Hello? Hello? Hello?
Everyone that's on Zoom, please put your mic on mute. Okay, the person that's on Zoom that has the Kenta's iPhone, please put your mic on mute.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Okay, the person that's on Zoom that has LaKenta's iPhone, take your mic off of mute and state your name.
It, hello? How you
Yes.
doing, Mr. Holmes? This is
All right.
Eric Green.
What's your name?
Eric Green.
Eric Green.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Green, you can put your mic back on mute. We'll
Yes,
take it
sir.
off when we call your case.
Okay.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law number 2. My name is Judge Terrence L. Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law number 2. This morning, we have 3 dockets. We have an announcement docket, pre-trial conference docket, and a trial docket. When I call your name, please come forward with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, we'll wait for your attorney to arrive because your attorney may be in another court handling another matter. If you do not have an attorney, ma'am, you can have a seat. If you do not have an attorney. Oh, okay. If you do not have an attorney, then we will wait for your attorney. Well, when you come before the bench, you'll come before the bench by yourself. Make sure everyone's cell phones are off. Samaya Joseph. It's a pre-trial conference document. Ms. Joseph, your full name is Samaya Phila Joseph. How you doing, Ms. Joseph? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Ms. Joseph. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Peter Doyle. Attorney Doyle, how are you doing?
Pretty fair, dude.
State is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hubel. Attorney Hubel, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge. Thank you.
And Mr. Doyle, what is your announcement in Ms. Joseph's case? This case is on our pretrial conference docket.
We either request 60 days or trial setting. Can't do that.
Okay, you say you're requesting 60 days or a trial setting.
We can't enter a plea today.
Understand that. So have you received your discovery?
I've not completed.
So your discovery isn't complete.
Yes.
Okay, give us a reset date.
Standard reset date,
Yeah.
April 21st.
Okay, this case will be reset April 21st
Okay.
of 2025. Miss Joseph, you're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Actually,
Okay. Okay, everyone that's on mute, please put everyone that's on Zoom, please put your mic on mute.
Okay.
Rachel Lynn McCordy? Okay. No, your last name is McCordy?
Marcotte.
Marcotte, okay, okay,
I wasn't.
okay. Hi, how are you doing, Miss Marcotte?
I'm good.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Marcotte, you represent your case by your attorney, Lauren Lefton.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Lefton?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Ms. Lefton, what is your announcement in Ms. Marcotte's case?
I would like to confer this morning and we'll resolve this today. This is the traffic.
Okay. Y'all can just have a seat. I will give you time to talk to the prosecutors and we'll hold the case.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Eric Savoy? No. Okay, Mr. Savoy? Mr. Savoy, you represented by Don Boudreaux?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll wait for Mr. Boudreaux to arrive. I thought he was here.
Okay.
All right, just have a seat. Stephanie Martin? She's not here. Martin.
Your Honor, she has some cases in Judge West's court.
Okay, we'll wait for her to come down here when she finished down there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Aaron White? Mr. White, your full name is Aaron Scott White?
sir,
How you doing, Mr. White?
pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. White, I see here that you have two cases. Cause number 24-CCCR 0958 and cause number 24-CCCR 0959. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Aaron Scott White. And Mr. White. Mr. Rojas, please put your mic on mute. Okay, I'll mute it for you. Okay, now, Mr. White, I see here that you are pro se, which means you're representing yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the last time we had a court setting, the court case was reset to give you an opportunity to get with the district attorney's office so that you can exercise your right to have discovery. And have you had discovery in this case?
No, sir, not yet. I just had got a hold of them not too long ago, and we were gonna see if we could reset it. So I could have a meeting with him on the 23rd,
Oh, okay. 23rd this month?
23rd.
25th.
The 25th of this month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give us a standard reset.
March 25th.
That's when they're having the, that's when he has discovery on the 25th. Yeah.
April 21st.
Okay, this case will be reset to April 21st, 2025. You will get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, Mr. White, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. Please stand in front of the court coordinator. Mr. Macon, are you ready on Jared Wesley Harbroder?
If you might have a moment,
Okay, hold on.
he is present.
Yes. Mr. Vasquez,
Good morning.
good morning. Brandon Wise.
I saw him.
Hey, Mr. Wise, would you please come forward?
I didn't see him on your docket, but I knew.
He's on the pretrial docket, page 3.
I think it's felony in April.
We just got a new case received.
Do not
Are
set
you listening?
Uh-huh.
different offense date. Okay. This is clause number 24 CCCR 0684. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Brandon Wise. Mr. Wise, is that your full name?
Yes,
How you doing, Mr. Wise? That's good. Now, Mr. Wise, you're representing your case by your attorney, Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Haley Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Vasquez, what is your announcement in Mr. Wise case?
Well, Judge, I've just learned from Ms. Simmons, Mr. Wise has a new case. It hasn't been filed yet.
A new misdemeanor?
That's correct, Your Honor. It's just in the received status. It hasn't been filed as of yet.
Is it an old case that
No.
was just,
It's just from last month, Your Honor.
oh,
What are your felonies? June 16th? Mr. Wise's felonies are set June 16th. You know, I don't know if the court wants to go out that.
no, let me just, no. It's been filed. The new case has been
It's
filed?
Just received
Oh,
right
just
now. I
been
don't believe it's
received.
been filed, Your Honor, but if we can do
Okay.
a standard reset, I think I need to confer with defense on this one.
Okay. Okay, we'll get a standard reset.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Simmons.
Okay, what's the date? April 21st? This case will be reset to April 21st, 2025. Mr. Wise, you'll be given a copy of your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get the reset, you're free to go.
Yes, sir.
And you have a blessed day. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Yes,
I do, Your Honor, if I could hold on those for a minute.
okay, you want to hold, okay. I think you have a lady in custody too.
Okay.
Brianna Cobos? This is trial document. This is cause number, well, two cases, cause numbers 23 CCCR 0842 and cause number 24 CCCR 1280. Both cases in style of the state of Texas versus Brianna Denise Cobos. Ms. Cobos, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Cobos?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Cobos, you're represented in your cases by your attorney Peter Dole. Attorney Dole, what's your announcement in Ms. Cobos' cases?
Well, I would prefer, because they have something to do in the federal court, that it's not a court hearing. I would prefer not to have to go to trial today, but we're ready.
Okay, state.
State's ready.
Okay, so you be back at 1:30. We pick the jury at 1:30.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
All
you.
right. Yeah. An order to dismiss. A dismissal. That's what docket. Is it on the docket? Announcement docket page 6. Oh, if it's a play on one. Oh, that's Marvel Provost. Samuel Jones? Oh, you said, oh. I wonder if he knows that, but I don't know if it's. Oh, he has 2 cases. Okay.
Last name first. Well, no, it's still on like outside. Yeah. He does have one today, right?
Eric Savoy. You put your hat on there. This is cause number 24 CCCR 1928. Case is filed with State of Texas versus Eric Savoy. Mr. Savoy, is that your full name?
Sure, yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Savoy?
Fine, sir.
That's good. Mr. Savoy, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine, sir.
Hey, Mr. Boudreaux, what is your announcement in Mr. Savoy's case?
We're going to try to dispose of it today, sir.
Okay, just have a seat and I'll hold on the case. All right, so just have a seat. Let's see, Mr. Boudreaux, well. Ms. Pickens. Is Alexis Ford back there?
Alexis Ford.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
I didn't get it. They are judged, but they're on the flying side. You gotta wait for the film.
Oh, okay, okay.
The only one I have back here
Is that's case. Fine, I think.
Okay. No. You're an actual one in custody.
Okay,
Samuel Jones.
what's his name?
Samuel Jones.
Jones.
The other ones are still in the family.
Okay. Let's break custody. Yes, Ms. McCrobert's client.
Yeah.
Just look over there.
Alton Thomas Guidry Jr. Mr. LeBlanc. This is on the front docket, page 4. Mr. Guidry, your full name is Alton Thomas Guidry Jr. How are you doing, Mr. Guidry? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Guidry, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Todd LeBlanc. Attorney LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. Thank you.
Good. Mr. LeBlanc, what is your announcement in Mr. Guidry's case?
Judge, I think we were set for pre-trial before, we're still ready. I
Ready?
think the prosecutor needed some time, from my notes, they needed some time to speak with the complaining witness.
Your Honor, that's gonna be a, bench trial set this afternoon.
It'll be a bench trial this afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come back at 1:30. Okay. And you have another one, Mr. LeBlanc? Matthew Constant Hall. Mr. Hall, your full name is Matthew Constant Hall.
Yes,
How are you doing, Mr. Hall?
doing very well.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Hall. You're representing case by your attorney, Attorney Todd LeBlanc.
Yes.
And Attorney LeBlanc, what's your announcement in Mr. Hall's case?
We're ready.
State?
State's ready.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're picking a jury at 1:30. You got it at 1:30.
Okay, Judge.
Okay.
Follow up.
Paula Watts,
Judge.
good morning. This is on the pretrial conference docket,
Yeah.
page 3. This is cause number 23CCCR 2130. Case is style of state of Texas versus Paula Watts. Ms. Watts, how are you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Black, now, Ms. Watts, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
And Mr. Parker, what's your announcement in Ms. Watts' case? This case is on our pretrial conference.
Your Honor, she didn't qualify for pretrial. I think we're gonna be able to get it worked out though, if I could have one more reset, and
Okay,
I have an offer, I just need to review it with her.
okay. Give us a reset date. Yeah, well, be a plea docket. Okay, this case will be reset to April 21st of 2025. Ms. Watts, you're going to get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And you're free to go as well, Mr. Parker. What's the matter? He needs a tablet. Jeremy Jamal Morris. Mr. Morris, your full name is Jeremy Jamal Morris.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Morris? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Ms. Morris. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Marvin Lewis Jr. Attorney Lewis, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. And Ms. Simmons, I have before me a motion to dismiss this case. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm signing the motion to dismiss. Okay, Mr. Morris, I just signed this motion to dismiss. Your attorney will be given a copy in about a minute. Once you get your copy to dismissal, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. You're free to go as well. Mr.
Thank
Wilson,
you.
you have a blessed day. You're welcome. Well, you need a tablet?
I was.
I was gonna say, okay. I could use this one. Let's see. Camera. Okay. Albert Gilliam, Mr. Kimball. This is on the announcement docket, page 3. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 1638. Case of style of state of Texas versus Albert Dwayne Gilliam. Mr. Gilliam, is that your full name? And Mr. Gilliam, how are you doing?
All right.
That's good, Ms. Gilliam. You represented in case by your attorney, Attorney Kimball. Attorney Kimball, how are you doing?
Well, thank you.
And Mr. Kimball, Mr. Gilliam's case is on the announcement docket. And what is your announcement?
I'm ready. We'll set for trial.
Set it for trial. Give us a reset. Okay, this case will be reset to April 21st of 2025. Ms. Gilliam, you're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Logan
Oderberg.
Oderberg. Oh, he's not here.
Oderberg.
No, okay. Okay, Chelsea Nicole Pedway or Pedway? Okay, this is cause number 23 CCCR 1258. Case of style of state of Texas versus Chelsea Nicole Pedway. Ms. Pedway, is that your full name? How you doing, Ms. Pedway? That's good. Ms. Pedway, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Brian Kimball. Attorney Kimball, what is your announcement in Ms. Pedway's case, a case on announcement document?
Right.
Okay, we're gonna reset this case for trial. Give us a trial date. Okay, this case will be reset to April 21st for trial. Ms. Pedway, you're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Now, Logan Oderberg. Okay, Logan Oderberg was scheduled to be here this morning at 9 a.m. at about,
Could I just check out so?
yes. Okay, we need, that's his, okay, hold on. You come on back up. Okay, that's his, okay. Now, let me do this here. Logan Oderberg was scheduled to be in court at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's bailiffs, please call the name of Logan Oderberg at the courthouse door. Logan Oderberg did not answer. Mr. Bailiff, the time now is 9:38 AM on today, 39 on today's date. Would you please call the name of Logan Odeberg at the courthouse door?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
No answer? Okay, Logan Odeberg's name was just called again at the courthouse door. Logan Odeberg did not answer. Reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Odeberg an opportunity to appear in court. State, do you have a motion?
See Mr. Bump over here.
That motion will be granted. Logan Odeberg's bond will be forfeited. A warrant should be issued for his arrest in cause number 246 CCR 1826. And now going back to Albert Dwayne Gilliam, cause number 246 CCR 1638. Mr. Gilliam, you have your paperwork from state AA meetings? Okay. Okay, now, Mr. Gilliam, I'm gonna give you another sheet as well, so seem like you run out of space on this sheet. Okay, this continues to comply with the conditions of bond.
All
You're
right.
gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Thank you. Okay. Your turn. Court is in session in two cases, calls number 24 CCCR 1418 and calls number 24 CCCR 1464. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Nancy M. Bellinger. Bellinger. I showed her as being here. That's the, I have a check that's being. Nancy Bellinger, does she have a felony or something? Oh, calling that, okay. And the rest, okay. Let's go to the next. Yeah. Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 1793, case of style of the state of Texas versus Lakeisha Deanna Garrett. Ms. Garrett, your full name is Lakeisha Deanna Garrett.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Garrett?
I'm blessed.
I'm blessed as well. Thanks for asking. Ms. Garrett, you are represented by your attorney Wright Kimler, state is represented in this case by attorney Shane Hilton. Attorney Hilton, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Mr. Kimler, this case on the product, what's your announcement in Ms. Garrett's case?
Trial.
So you ready?
Trial. Yeah, man. I'll he made an offer. I'll pass it by her and see if she wants to do it.
So you just want me to hold on it right now?
I'm ready. I'm announcing ready.
Okay,
She
stay.
wants to-
State's ready, Your Honor.
Okay. All
I
right,
didn't realize we transitioned to the trial.
okay. So, what I'll do, I'll give y'all an opportunity.
One here to fire. You said one lead on, yeah.
Since you're 3 cases.
No, she's a number 3.
Oh, number.
Yeah, yeah.
I just had to see.
Okay.
Yeah, Nancy Bellinger's in there. Important.
She is? Ms. Bellinger?
He's just hard of hearing.
Oh,
This trial right now.
this trial.
Trial,
All the
but I
rest
did
of
want
it.
to discuss with you something about it. It says trial, but I did want to discuss with you something about it, so.
Okay, court is in session and calls numbers 24 CCCR 1418 and calls number 24 CCCR 1464. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Nancy M. Bellinger. Ms. Bellinger, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Bellinger?
Fine.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Bellinger, you're represented in your cases by your attorney Wright Kimler. Mr. Kimler, what is your announcement in the
Ready.
state?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Okay, y'all need some time to talk on that one too?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, we'll give you some time after, okay, just have a seat. Crystal Marie Hebert.
Your Honor, on this case, state's gonna be submitting a motion to dismiss.
Okay,
You okay with that?
okay. Just have a seat. The case, state, your case is gonna be dismissed. I need to get the motion from the state. They need to draft it up. Sterling Johnson. Oh, he's in custody. Okay.
Here in the back or?
I think he has, does he have a felony?
Yeah.
Is this Jim? So he must be down the hall.
Which group?
I can check.
He's on the 256. I think he has.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I mean,
Oh.
I will check that.
He was booked in on March.
Yeah.
6th.
Oh, he just booked on Thursday?
You make him in charge.
What's the charge?
He's supposed for possession of a firearm.
Not a felon, or you should do possession. Yeah,
Is it a misdemeanor felony? What is
it's possession of firearm, that's probably a felon.
it doesn't say?
His possession is probably a felon. Accusations are on like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, US Marshals Law?
That's gonna be no
Oh,
felon.
okay. Okay, so he's in custody.
That's
Federal
gonna be
custody.
felon possession.
Yeah, it's a felon.
Okay,
He's in America.
okay. It has to be reset? Yeah, you can't forfeit his bond. Next case. Ms. Calls number 24 CCCR 2154. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Jason Allen Seward.
You're ready on this one.
Mr. Seward, your full name, Seward?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Seward. Your full name is Jason Allen Seward. How are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Seward, you representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Kimler, and Attorney Kimler, what's your announcement in this case?
Ready?
And state is ready?
Your Honor,
Let's-
state's making an oral motion for continuance on this case. The lead officer was supposed to, I had contacted the lead officer on this case. He'd informed me that there was a likelihood that he would be, outside the county this week, but he told me that he would, reach out to me yesterday and tell me whether or not he would be available for trial. I have not received such correspondence. So at this point,
I think it's the first motion for.
that would be correct.
Okay. Okay, motion be granted. Mr. Seward, you're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your boss. And you have a blessed day. Please stand in front of the court coordinator. Yeah. So those are your only cases you have. We'll hold on those other two.
Good.
Okay. We have a number. One man, yeah. Were you able to get in contact with Gil Talk? Wait, it's 2:52. Okay. Oh, the guys on Zoom, I think his last name was Green. They supposed to be doing along with this. Eric Green, that's Paget's plan. Oh, that's Mr. Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert.
Yes, Judge.
Let's see. You have some clients on Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This case is cause number 23 CCCR 1785. Case is style of state of Texas versus Emilio Lopez Orozco. Mr. Orozco, would you please take your mic off of mute?
He's right here.
Oh, you here?
He's
Okay.
present.
Okay, why don't you come on up?
He's the only.
Mr. Orozco, your full name is Emilio Lopez Orozco.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Orozco is represented in his case by his attorney, Jared Gilthorpe. Attorney Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge.
And Mr. Gilthorpe, what is your announcement in Mr. Orozco's case? It's on the jury trial document.
Yes, Judge. I believe we filed a motion for continuance on that one.
On Orozco?
No? We thought we had one, all of the ones that we had on the trial
I know you
document
had
today.
three, I know they had.
Correct, Judge. I have a trial.
No, this one was transferred?
Oh,
Yeah, this one is, yeah, see what's. Oh, let me look at the. Oh, it's transferred, okay. Let me see. View. This is on the jury trial docket.
But that's what.
he got to do that this week. It's like, I got two immigration rules, one tomorrow. and one
This is.
I'm gonna try to now.
Lopez.
Thursday. Who is Dino?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's up there.
Okay.
And then there's,
those are the two that I had. I don't Andrew had a couple with you too.
yeah.
But yeah, we knew that you. Mentioned too.
They can challenge it.
Okay, no transfer. March start. Okay, so Mr. Gilbert, you have a oral motion for continuance in this case, is that correct?
Yes, Judge, I have an immigration trial tomorrow and another one on Thursday. So
Okay, state, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections. Okay, now, before Mr. Russell, before I give you reset, you were given bond conditions in this case, is that correct? Back on November 4th, 2024. And part of the bond conditions was, you were supposed to have an interlock device?
Los viene, ¿no? El aparato.
Yes, sir.
He has that.
Yes, sir.
And you were also required to attend AANA meetings 3 times a week and provide proof to the court. Do you have your paperwork? He was supposed to,
What is it, man?
that's the verification form that I'm sure I gave it to him, because we give him and everything, and these
Not
are,
a transfer case, though. I thought.
no, that was, but it was,
Oh.
I gave it, the case was transferred in August of 2024, and those are given to him in November of 2024.
Judge, I'll make sure he understands what these are and that he's attending.
Okay, and he needs to bring that verification form in the court every
Makes
time he
sense.
comes to verify that he's been going and attending, okay?
Will do, Judge.
All right, now you're gonna get your reset from the court coordinator. Once he gets his reset, he's free to go, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, no, he has 2 more cases. Yeah, no, he has both of those. Okay, so. Abel Medina Arta. Which one? Is he on Zoom?
He is, Judge. He's in that blue shirt there.
The blue shirt? Okay, you can take your mic off of mute, Mr. Arta. Oh, yeah. All right. Mr. Arthur, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Arthur, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Jared Gilthorpe and Attorney Gilthorpe. I have before me a motion for continuance, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
And state, do you have any objections to this continuance?
Given the reason for the motion, state has no objections.
No objections, okay, the court is going to grant this motion. Mr. Arta,
Yes, sir.
the case is going to be continued, going to be given a reset date. Give us a reset date. This case will be reset for trial April 21st of 2025. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. They will be given notice of your reset. Once you get
Okay.
your, just stay in contact with them. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Here you go. Juventino Rojas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Rojas, how are you doing?
That's good, man. You?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Rojas, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Jared Gilthorpe. And Mr. Gilthorpe, I have before me a motion for continuance. State, do you have any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. This motion will be granted. Give us a reset date for trial. Okay, this case will be reset April 21st of 2025 for trial. Mr. Rojas, your case is going to be reset to April 21st, 2025 for trial. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
All right.
Mr. Gilthorpe,
Yes, Judge.
You can tell your client that he's free to go.
Oh,
Juventino, ya se puede apagar. Se puede, yeah.
Okay, hold on, thank you. Okay. Is that Leticia Valencia? You have somebody named Leticia?
On there, that's a gentleman.
No, I'm looking at my document.
Oh,
It's on the pretrial conference document. She didn't, they didn't appear. You need to, I can
Give me
show
one-
it to you.
yeah, give me 1 second, Judge, I'll check on that. I don't have that on my calendar either.
Was that case reset? It's on the page 1 of the pretrial conference docket.
Let me double check it, I don't have that on my document, in my calendar.
That's it. That 10 core?
Betancourt?
Yes.
We sent on the spelling right first. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty-
Oh, it's reset?
No, from February.
From February 10th to today. I don't know if I have that reset notice. Windows says it was reset to the 17th. Today's the 10th. My reset says this, Jeff. That it was reset unto 3/17.
Oh. You can show it.
Yeah, there's 2 of them in there, so.
Okay, so it's the 17th.
Oh, good. I didn't mess it up, good.
I mean, that's strange. They got
It is.
2 resets.
Yeah, let me make sure.
Yeah, I mean, the notice I have it 3/17 docket.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that's always scary. We missed.
She's not on the 17th?
Then I'm gonna move her.
Oh, she was looking on the computer. I don't know.
I don't need her, Judge. I did not have her on my docket today in my notice.
This other gentleman has
Really?
Juventino Rojas.
Yeah, I think they moved using the same account or something.
You know,
That might be Mendieta or somebody whose case got dismissed.
Indiana did.
Mendieta got dismissed.
oh, is that the one I dismissed her?
That was on Friday, Judge.
Oh, yes. Okay.
You're welcome.
You can tell him, yeah, I dismissed it.
Señor Mendieta, ¿me escucha?
You can take his mic off from mute.
¿Me escucha?
He's trying to take it off.
He's trying, but he's failing miserably.
If he can't, you just let him know his case was.
Bueno, señor Mendieta, su caso. Hola, señor Mendieta, su caso fue despedido, entonces si puede contactarme en mi oficina, yo le puedo explicar los detalles, ¿ok? Pero ya se puede desconectar, ¿ok?
Ok, muchas gracias.
De nada.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay. What was the other case was already reset, so you.
That
fixed
one was
that.
recent. Yeah, thank you, dude.
Okay. Justin Jacoby Holloway? Oh. Who's the prosecutor in this case? This case was transferred as,
What case is it you're on? I'm sorry.
Justin Jacoby Holloway,
What docket?
the pretrial conference docket, page 3.
gonna stand in for Andrew, Your Honor.
Okay. This is cause number 24 CCCR 0173. Case of style of state of Texas versus Justin Jacoby Calloway. Mr. Calloway, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Calloway? That's good, Ms. Calloway. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Bruce Smith. Attorney Smith, how are you doing?
But
A little under the weather? Okay. Now, Mr. Smith, what is your announcement in Mr. Calloway's case?
Your Honor, we reached an agreement in this case. I just needed set in May for him to finish his contract with me.
Okay, so we're gonna reset it for plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Give us a reset date. On a plea, based on the pretrial conference docket, page 3. Okay, this case will be reset to April 21st, 2025 for plea.
Thank you.
Mr. Calloway, you're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go on your blessed day. And Mr. Smith, I think this is your only case, is that
That's
correct?
correct, Your Honor.
Once you get your reset, you're free to go as well on your blessed day.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Well,
Oh, you did? Is that more, bro?
Apparently it's all, yeah, community service.
Been off docket matter.
Yes, we can.
Judge, she and I were discussing the trial docket for next week, because she and I had some things on the docket. I've had a vacation letter for next week on file.
Yeah, so I think he has a list of people with vacation letters, right?
Yeah, and so, okay,
Okay.
Yeah,
so I don't need to do, yeah, because
no,
You
you
wanted to
got a
clarify.
list of.
Just wanna make sure there's no need for a continuance or anything. 'Cause
Yeah,
thank you, Judge.
okay,
Making sure.
okay,
Still are.
Well.
You handed off to somebody else.
Jared Wesley Hargrover.
Mr. Calloway?
Mr. Smith? She has your reset. Yeah, hope you have a speedy recovery. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is cause number M333140, case of style of state of Texas versus Jared Wesley Hargrover. Mr. Hargrover, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hargrover, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hargrover, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr. Hargrover, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Hargrover?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Hargrover, you're represented in your case by your attorney making. Do you waive a record in Mr. Hargrover's case?
Yes, Sean.
Mr. Hargrover, I have before me a document on my computer that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Jared Wesley Hargrover, on or about August 6th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of BWI. Second, state, are you abandoning the enhancement paragraph?
We are, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Hargrove, the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. And what that means, it means that instead of you being charged with a Class A misdemeanor DWI, you will be charged with a lesser included Class B misdemeanor DWI. Now, Mr. Hargrove, to the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, which allegedly occurred on about August 6th of 2022 while you operated a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
yes,
I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
yes,
On page 2 of this same document, which is labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1, there's a set of initials, 2 sets of initials, one set DRM, which is the attorney's initials, another set of initials. Next to his initials, are these your initials?
yes,
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
yes,
And on the next document, it's titled Trial Court Certification of the Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's marked. The first box that's marked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
yes,
The second box that marked states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up the right to appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
yes,
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Mr. Hargrove, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
yes,
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
yes,
Mr. Hargrove, are you a citizen of the United States?
yes.
State offer states one.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. States Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Hargrove, your attorney, Mr. Macon, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes,
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
yes,
And Mr. Macon, your client, well, you have advised and counseled Mr. Hargrove. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hargrove, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waiver were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 180 days probated over 1 year, $750 fine, 80 hours community service, interlock and DWI for standard conditions of probation, along with court costs.
What is this court cost?
Yes,
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Hargrove. The state is offering that you serve 180 days in jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $750, a court cost of $392. You'll also be required to pay DWI conviction fine of $100, probation fee $6 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $100 and $25 on the day of the police should for the evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. The total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation is $196 a month. Will you be able to pay the $196 each month?
Maybe, not exactly sure.
Okay. Now, do we have a affidavit of this on file? Hold on a minute.
Your Honor, currently, Mr. Hargrove is unemployed and looking for work.
I'm sorry.
I'm unemployed.
No,
You know,
Unemployed, yeah.
oh,
could we get a affidavit? Well,
Considerably less than.
I'm gonna need a blank. We're gonna have you to just fill out the first page. Take some time to fill that out. So I can get his picture of his financial situation. Now, while we're doing that, let me do this. Mr. Okay, so while we're doing that, I'm gonna call two cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 1308 and cause number 24 CCCR 1309. Both cases are filed in the state of Texas versus Eric Rashad Green. Mr. Green is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Green, how are you doing? You can take the mic off of mute.
That's Holmes.
Okay, while he's doing that, Mr. Green is represented by his attorney, Attorney Attorney Paget. How are you doing?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm doing well.
That's good. Now, Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Green's cases?
Your Honor, discovery was completed last week. I just need the opportunity to sit down with my client, which I did not have the opportunity to do over the weekend. And then I'll request an offer from the state in the meantime. And we should be able to work the cases out based on my evaluation.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, these cases will be reset to April 21st of 2025. Mr. Green, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes,
if we could instruct Mr. Green to make sure that both of us will need to be there in person on the
Yeah.
next court date.
okay,
Just-
yeah, Mr. Green, on your court date, April 21st of 2025, you need to be here in person.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Green, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Okay, you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Paget.
Yes, sir.
Will we finish here, Mr. Hargrove? Will we finish with the affidavit on Mr. Hargrove? Are you still feeling, okay. Cause number is 24-CCCR 1984. And cause number 24-CCCR 1986. Both cases are styled state of Texas versus Joel D. Coward. And Mr. Coward, that is your full name, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Coward, you're representing the case by Attorney Joe Vasquez. And Mr. Coward, I have before me in cause number 24-CCCR 1984, a motion to dismiss that was filed by the state. I'm signing this motion. You'll be able to get a copy of this motion from your attorney in about a minute. Your next case is going to be reset. Give us a reset date. This case is going to be reset April 21st, 2025. Mr. Howard, you can get your resetting your dismissal from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset and dismissal, you're free to go and you have just stay in contact with your attorney and your boss.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're welcome. Send Hargrove's case back to me. Okay. I'm still working on it. Um, Let's make you ready on Mr. Hargrove.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hargrove, you can come back up. Okay. The court is back in session at cause number M333140. Case is style of state of Texas versus Jared Wesley Hargrover. And prior to taking a recess, Mr. Hargrover entered a plea of guilty to the Class B misdemeanor offense of DWI first. He acknowledged that his signature and initials was on state's exhibit number 1. He also acknowledged that his signature was on the proper certification to the defendant's right of appeal and the discovery certification. He stated that he was a citizen of the United States. Stated he was satisfied with the representation of his attorney, Mr. James Macon, and Mr. Macon waived the record in this case. And he stated that there's no evidence that Mr. Hargrove is currently mentally incompetent at trial. The state offered Mr. Hargrove 180 days in Jefferson County Jail, probated for 1 year, fine of $750 plus court costs. Conditions of probation included an interlock, DWI education, and alcohol assessment, as well as the other terms and conditions of probation. Court acts told Mr. Hargrove that the fine in this case is $750 plus court costs of $392 plus a probation, DWI conviction fine of $100, probation fee of $6 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. He also was informed that he was required to pay the DWI education initial evaluation fee of $150 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, he would be required to pay an additional $50. Now, Mr. Hargrove's fine and court costs per month totaled $196. Mr. Hargrove was asked whether or not he can pay that. He said maybe. The court had him to fill out an affidavit. The court has a copy of the affidavit of indigence. Mr. Hargrove, do you recognize this document? Now, Mr. Hargrove, before you you signed this document. Did you read the document?
Good.
Yes,
Did you understand what you read?
yes,
Is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
yes.
Okay, Mr. Hargroder. The court is gonna find that you're indigent. Let's see, what I need to do. Okay. Now, Mr. Hargrove. As I mentioned to you earlier, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in Jefferson County Jail, which you probated for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you're required to pay a fine of $750 plus court costs of $392. Now, the court has found that you are indigent, and pursuant to Article 42.15 Texas Code of Criminal Procedures, the fine of $750 plus court costs of $392 will be converted to 91 hours of community service.
Thank you, Judge.
And you will be required, and the probation fee in this case will be reduced to the statutory minimum of $25 a month. You will be required to pay the DWI conviction fine of $100 plus the your analysis fee $180. The $15 reimbursement fee will be waived pursuant to Article 1.02.018 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. And so therefore, your probation fee that you'll be required to pay each month is $53 a month. Will you be able to pay the $53 each month?
Yes,
You'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service. Now, that 80 hours of community service is in addition to the 91 hours of community service that was converted from the fine and the court cost, which comes to a total of 171 hours of community service. Do you understand that?
yes. Got more time than money.
Okay. And you also be required to install an interlock device or any vehicle that you own or operate, attend and complete a DDIV education class, have an alcohol assessment, and adhere to the standard terms of DWI probation. Do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer and the court's findings and adjustments are fair and just?
Yes,
And do you accept it?
yes.
Okay. I'll follow the plea bargaining agreements that you have entered into with the state, with the court's findings. This will conclude your case. Now, yes,
Your Honor, he has an interlock in a car that doesn't work. It's soon to be repossessed,
Possible.
possibly. And
I'm
so,
working towards not getting it repossessed. But it's probably gonna be.
okay, I mean, we'll cross that bridge if we.
okay, he'll call me.
Currently right now, there is no lock device sitting in a vehicle that has not moved since November.
Okay.
I've been riding a bicycle until it was stolen a couple of weeks ago and I've just been getting.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay. Okay, so just have a seat, wait for your name to be called. She has to redo the paperwork. Once she redo the paperwork, you sign it, and you'll be free to follow the bailiff and have a blessed day.
thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's see, who else we have? Are we ready on Simeon? Where's Mr. Vasquez? He's in the back. Could you see if he's ready? Yes. Okay, I have, okay. This is on jury trial docket. Okay. Court is in session in clause numbers 24 CCCR 1781, clause number 24 CCCR 1780. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Leandria Sade Simeon. Ms. Simeon, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Simeon, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Simeon, do you swear, affirm, and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Simeon, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Simeon?
I could be doing better. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Simeon, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Vasquez, do you waive a record in Ms. Simeon's cases?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Simeon, I have before me in clause number 24 CCCR 1780, a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Ms. Simeon, it alleges that you, Leandria Sade Simeon, on or about June 8th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of deadly conduct. Ms. Simeon, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir, I do.
And to this charge, Ms. Simeon, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charge? That's what no contest means.
Saying you don't want to confess or fight the charges. Well, you gotta tell them you do or you don't.
She says you do? I don't, what she said? Okay. Now, Miss Simeon, I also have before me on my tablet, a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked no contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
That's my signature.
Yes. And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that is titled Discovery Certification, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Simeon, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? Did you understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Simeon, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State offer states 1.
No objection, States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Vasquez, you are advised and counseled Ms. Simeon. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Simeon, your attorney, Mr. Vasquez, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Simeon, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 15 months deferred, $400 fine, 50 hours community service, anger management, and the defendant has had no contact with the victim, Tomika Bernie Atmore, in addition to that for cost. And this will run concurrent with the companion case.
Okay. What is the court cost? And the attorney's fees? 75 on this one. And okay. Ms. Simeon, the state is offering that you serve 15 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 15-month probationary period, you're required to pay a fine of yeah, I already have a copy of that.
Okay.
During the 15-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $400. And you also be required to pay a probation, court cost of $277, you'll be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You will also be required to reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $75. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay in this case is $135 a month. Will you be able to pay the $135 each month?
I don't have a job. I'm home with it.
Okay, well, I don't know that. You just told me that. Okay. Now, let me see here, our affidavit of indigence. Affidavit of indigence.
Is this the one that we resent last time because we haven't been received? They did. That's the late one received. Oh, I guess. I'm pretty sure this is the one we reset. Nice.
He's a whole.
Nice.
Okay. Ms. Simeon, I'm handing your attorney a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. He's gonna hand it to you. You please look at that document. Ms. Simeon, do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir, I do.
And is everything in that document still true and correct today?
Everything except the address.
Okay. Okay, now, Ms. Simeon, the court is going to find that you're indigent. Based on the finding of indigency, the fine of, well, the state is offering that you serve 15 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 15-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $400 plus court costs of $277, which comes to a total of $677. That will be converted to 54 hours of community service, which means you won't have to pay the fine and court costs. The attorney's fees of $75 will be waived, which means you won't have to pay that pursuant to Article 26.05 G-11 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The reimbursement fee of $15 will be waived, which means you will not have to pay that pursuant to Article 02.018 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. You will be required to pay a probation fee, the statutory minimum. Instead of paying $60 a month, it'll be reduced to the statutory minimum $25 a month. And you'll be required to pay the urinalysis fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month, is $43 a month. You'll be able to pay the $43 each month.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, you'll also be required to perform 50 hours of community service. That's in addition to the 54 hours, which comes to a total of 104 hours of community service. You have to attend and complete an anger management class. You cannot have any contact with Tamika Bernie Atmore. And you will also be required just to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Simeon, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the state's offer in your case is fair and just? Okay, do you accept the state's offer? Okay, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Simeon, we will move to your next case. Your next case is cause number 24 1781. And in this case, Ms. Simeon, I have before me a document that is titled Information on my computer. This information filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Leandra Sade Simeon, on or about June 8th of 2024, while you in Jefferson County, Texas, that you was charged with the Class A misdemeanor offense of reckless conduct. Ms. Simeon, do you understand what you've been charged with?
That's not my choice.
Your Honor, reckless conduct, I believe.
Oh, excuse me. No, deadly conduct. And to this charge of deadly conduct, which allegedly occurred on or about June 8th of 2024, while you was in Jefferson County, Texas, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
No.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charge? Okay, Ms. Simeon, I also have before me a document on my computer. This document is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Simeon, instead of initials on the line next to the box is checked over contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defense. You recognize this signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification to defense right of appeal, you recognize this document. And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box is checked, states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right to appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document that is on paper that's titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Ms. Simeon, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State upper states one.
Any objections?
No.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Vasquez, you advised in counsel. Ms. Simeon, in this case, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No.
And Ms. Simeon, your attorney, Mr. Vasquez, has advised and counseled you in this case. Are you satisfied with the services?
Okay.
Ms. Simeon, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 15 months deferred. Fine in this case is to be waived. 50-hour community service and no contact with the victim, Kiana Antwine. This will run concurrent with the companion case as well.
Attorney's fees in this case. What's the court cost in this case? To what? 277. Okay. Ms. Simeon. The state is offering that you serve 15 months deferred adjudicated probation in this case. During the 15-month probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. The court cost in this case is $277. The court has previously found that you're indigent. So this court cost will be converted to 22 hours of community service. You will not be required to pay a probation fee in this case because you're paying a probation fee. In the previous case, you will not be required to pay your analysis fee because you're paying your analysis fee in the previous case. The restitution in this case of $15 will be waived pursuant to Article 102.0. Excuse me, reimbursement fee of $15 will be, you will not be required to pay the reimbursement fee of $15 because that will be waived pursuant to 102.018, the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. You will not be required to pay attorney's fees in this case. What was the attorney's fees? Of $350 because that will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure G1, G-11. So in this case, you are not required to pay anything other than you used to be required to perform 22 hours of community service to pay off the court costs. You will also be required to perform 50 hours of community service in addition to the 22 hours that was converted from the court costs. And so you'll be required to perform a total of 72 hours of community service. Do you understand? You cannot have any contact with Kiana Antoine. This case will run concurrent with the previous case. And you will also adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Now, Ms. Simeon, do you understand the state's offer? And do you accept the state's offer? Okay, Ms. Simeon, I'll follow the pre-bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Simeon, if you successfully complete these probationary periods, these cases will be dismissed and would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Simeon, I think that you have a GPS. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, it will be removed because these cases were disposed of today and you're no longer on bond. Okay? So,
I'm having a hard time getting a job in the department because they're saying that these charges are showing as convictions on my background.
they're not, I just explained to you that you've just been placed on deferred adjudicated probation. These are not convictions. If you successfully complete the probation, there appears they will not be convictions, and these cases will be dismissed.
So
Okay?
it shouldn't pop up on my background
Well,
unless I get up the phone, correct?
you can talk to your attorney about that. Okay, he's quite competent in those issues. Now, let me do this here. I need to get a motion to remove the GPS in these cases. Now, our case is now, the paperwork that they're going to give you today, you need to keep that with you. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you get stopped by the police today, they may see a warrant. It takes a while for the warrant to get out of the system. It may take a few hours or so. So you keep that paperwork, you can show them the paperwork with the cause numbers on it. It's the same numbers of the warrant number. And they'll know that the cases have been taken care of. So you want to get arrested, huh? This is it. Was ordered position of my system to find that belong on bond. This is it.
That's right.
Okay, I'm signing this motion to remove, you can take her out of custody. too. Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
okay, thank you. Here you
Thank you.
go. Okay. Is that, let me see, you have another,
Mr. If
which, hold on,
like
like,
it,
Vasquez.
Joshua.
You can give her a copy now. What were you saying?
I'm blanking on his last name. Joshua. Avery.
You took care of Brandon Wise.
Coward.
Oh, Coward. You're talking about a whole, that was dismissed and was reset, right? And then you have Joshua Alameda.
Alameda.
Alameda. Okay, this is Joshua Shane Quentin Almeida. Mr. Almeida, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Doing good about yourself.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Okay, the last time we was here, you were in trial in the 252nd District Court. That was back in January. Now, Mr. Vasquez, what is your announcement in Mr. Almeida's case?
Your Honor, Mr. Almeida would like this case placed on the trial.
Trial docket? Okay. We'll reset it for trial.
And Your Honor, with the court's permission, Mr. Almeida was hoping the court could address the issue of his protective order.
To address the issue of his protective order.
I think it was a condition of his bond.
You mean you address his bond conditions?
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, do you have a written motion?
No, sir.
Yeah, the court is not going to, if the court get a written motion, we can have a hearing and the state can prepare.
Was it condition of bond? Was it protective order?
I don't have a protective. I mean,
The judge instated it when they had arrested
This
him.
judge?
No, the.
Oh, I can't,
sorry.
yeah, I can't handle that. I mean, that's,
My mistake, huh?
I don't have jurisdiction over that.
And then
I
it had,
misunderstood.
because my kids were in.
Okay, you can talk to your attorney about that. Okay. Okay, we're gonna need a reset. Just have a seat. Your attorney's gonna get you reset. We're gonna reset it for trial. And once your case is reset, she'll call you to the window to get your case reset. Once your case is reset, you're free to go.
Yes, sir.
And you have a blessed day. That's Almeida. You're on page 6. And Mr. Vasquez, I think that was your last name. You're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
You say right. Lakeisha Garrett. What document? Okay. You should be up there. Okay, this is cause number 23CCCR 1793. Case is style of state of Texas versus Lakeisha Deanna Garrett. Ms. Garrett, is that your full name?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Garrett, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Garrett, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Garrett, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Garrett?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Garrett, you're representing the case by your attorney, Attorney Wright Kimler, Attorney Kimler. Do you waive a record in Ms. Garrett's case?
So, right.
Ms. Garrett, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Lakeisha Deanna Garrett, on or about December 4th of 2022, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Ms. Garrett, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
To this charge, how do you plead guilty? Not guilty, no contest. Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Garrett, I also have before me on my tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Ms. Garrett, do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials, LG, on the line next to boxes. Check guilty. Do you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document. And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. You understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. You understand that statement? I also have a document that is titled discovery certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Ms. Garrett, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Kimler, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything that Mr. Kimler went over?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Garrett, are you a citizen of the United States?
State Office States Exhibit number 1, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Kimler, you were advised and counseled Ms. Garrett. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None of my knowledge.
And Ms. Garrett, your attorney, Mr. Kimler, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Garrett, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
Your Honor, we would ask the court for 12 months deferred adjudication with a fine of $500, repayment of court costs. The state agrees to waive community service, and we'd ask the court for the standard DWI terms and conditions of probation.
Okay. What is the court cost? 392. Ms. Garrett, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 for court costs of $392. You'll be required to pay DWI conviction fine of $100, probation fee of $6 a month. You're not.
If she's not convicted, they do have conviction.
That's what they call it. It's for DWI case, they call it a fine that you have to pay for DWI.
It's not a conviction, just to be clear.
Well, it's a DWI fine, state fine. You'll also be required to pay $15 reimbursement fee. You're not fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $173 a month. Will you be able to pay the $173 a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you will also be required to pay Jefferson County DW Education initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the police. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. You will not be required to perform any community service. That will be waived. You'll be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you want to operate.
There should be no there.
It's deferred, it's automatic interlock on a deferred. That's,
Statutorily required.
yes, it's statutorily required. Okay,
You don't want to do that? You still want to do the plea or not? You have to have an airlock on your vehicle. The breakfast.
You can't drive a vehicle that don't have that.
Let's just leave it on the trial.
Okay,
Let's just leave it.
okay. Okay, so y'all be back at 1:30.
Your Honor, on Miss Bellinger, if I could get a 30-day reset for her
Who
to
is that?
complete a theft awareness class and then it'll dismiss.
That's
Oh,
correct, Your Honor.
oh, okay. 30-day reset, give us a reset.
What? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna reset Bellinger, is that 421? She's on the trial docket, right? Okay, we're gonna reset it to, April 21st of 2025. Gotta do a theft class. Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Theft class. And, you said, did did he have another one? Oh, Krista Hebert, where's Krista Hebert? She's already. There's gonna be a dismissal? Okay. Okay, I'm assigning the dismissal on Krista Hebert. Ms. Hebert is not here, right? Okay, well, she doesn't have to, her case is being dismissed. Okay, that's it. Okay, hold on. Did we hear anything on Stephanie Martin?
Yes, Your Honor, she's over here, we need to do a reset.
Okay, her felony case was reset?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do we know the reset date?
No, Your Honor.
Could we, yeah, she's gonna check the computer. If the date is in the computer, will be reset on that same date, we'll give you a reset. If it's not in the computer, then you'll be excused, and once she checks the computer this week, once they put it in, we'll send you a reset.
Okay,
All right.
thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, did we approach on the matter of the trial?
Yeah. Willie Ray Gidry? Come forward. He's here. Ms. Gidry, Mr. Gidry, your full name is Willie Ray Gidry? Yes. How you doing, Mr. Gidry? All right. That's good. Ms. Gidry, you represented in your case by your attorney, Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Gidry's case?
I can be ready subject to a ruling that the state not be allowed to make a mention of any statement of my client. And the reason I'm asking you to make that ruling right now is that makes a determination on how you set your trial docket for today.
Well, you're number one.
Well, no, well, but well, that's fine. I can go today, but the
Okay.
reason why that ruling is important.
You have you have a written motion?
Well,
You asked me to make a ruling on something not the.
Well, I think that as a matter, well, what I do have in writing is under the rules of 38, I think 17 discovery rules. I sent a request for discovery on this particular case. Under rule 106, I have an absolute right to the statements of my client as well as statements recording otherwise of a witness. I did pick up from the district attorney's office in this case the Coban video, and I have a copy of it. What I picked up was the video for the date of the incident, but in the police report, it says that the date of this incident is 8/2/21. But then they go back out to talk to my client on 8/12, late 8/11/21, and the police report says the body cam footage and all of that was uploaded. My client's statement on the next day, I don't have the video of that. So if you ask, I don't have it. I got this right here. This is what I picked up. So what I
So you're saying you don't have a video, you don't have all the discovery, that's what you're saying?
correct, and because if you say I'm number one, maybe go to trial, I'm fine, just as long as the court rules that pursuant to discovery orders, they cannot use what they have not produced. And what I'm saying.
Let me ask you this here, now,
And I believe
I got the video.
oh, hold on a minute.
yeah, I believe in regards to the, law enforcement officer that you were talking about, there was no information in his statement that says that his body camera.
Yes, it is.
was
It's in the
active.
police report. I got it. If you look in the police report, it says 8/11/2021. They approached my client, visited him, and got a statement from him. And then at the bottom of the police report, it says, I downloaded the body cam footage of the deputy.
Evan and Sam.
Right, but
This
when
is Brian saying.
right, but when that deputy who wears a body cam went out to my client, because they all, I mean, I have a sheriff officer in here, they all wear body cams. That video, and also on the video, hold on a
Lay
second.
down the bench.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Also, on the video that they did produce, I watched that video with my client. On that video, the officer is handwriting a particular statement. I'm quite sure Andrew saw that. When I went through the discovery, that handwritten statement was not there. So I'm not telling you I'm not ready for trial. What I'm saying is you under 3819, under Rule 106, have, and also as far as that handwritten statement that was not provided, as well as the body cam footage when they went out and interviewed my client. So I have a.
So you're saying that the officer had a handwritten statement, do you think it was notes and it was reduced to a report? Do we know that?
Well, I got.
I mean, because sometimes they could take notes and then they reduce it to a written report.
Well, he
Which
said
you do have access to both the report and the witness statement from the complaining witness in this case. Those are
No,
both
no,
discovery.
what I'm talking about is when you watch that video, the officer was writing down, remember him writing notes as he was taking video? Those notes I'm entitled to, and I do not see those in discovery. But the bigger picture is not those notes. The bigger picture is this case is a he say, she say situation. So my client is going to take the stand. I am, as a matter of law, entitled to my client's video that was recorded of him before this trial starts. So when my client takes the stand, if you force me to go number one, that's fine. What I want a ruling from the court is that they cannot use any statements of my client since it has not been produced. And I got.
Okay, so I mean, no, listen, okay, just listen to me. So you're talking about a specific statement at a specific time?
Yes, on.
Okay, what's the statement and what's the time?
Okay, let me get my glasses on. I'll tell you specifically. Okay, when I picked up discovery in this case, I'm giving you specific date. All right. This video is the specific date of
What?
I'm saying this is
Okay.
the date of the incident was 8/2/21. All right. Then the officer Brian Sane, which is right here, I got it. Brian Sane went out on 8/11. He approached a white male cutting grass who's my client. He asked what a Guidry questions. He identified himself. And then he goes on to say that my client stated that he regretted what he said on that date. Then at the bottom of that, I downloaded the body cam footage from the deputy, but he also did not include his footage.
Which
And
it
Oh,
says
wait,
nowhere
wait.
in the document that there was even any.
my
footage.
client
Oh,
was
wait,
there.
hold on, I understand that. So, you saying that there is a body cam
Yes.
from, August 11th of
Of 23.
2021?
And nothing in the report suggests that, Your
No,
Honor.
no, my client was there. They all were, every last one, he got a body cam.
I understand that, but that's irrelevant, whether or
Well, the
not he has a
relevant, I
body
don't have-
camera.
He
Okay, just stick with, so we talking about August 11th of 2021?
when my client was
Okay,
interviewed. That's-
Okay, so you're
that's
saying
body
that
cam footage.
whoever the police officer was, that police officer
Did
got
not
a
submit-
statement
from my
from
client.
him,
And I don't,
and that was being recorded
yes, and he saw.
on a body cam.
Yes, and he
Okay.
saw it with his own eyes.
Okay, now,
Can you tell if something's
Who-
being recording with your own eyes?
hold on, stop, hold on. Let me do this here. Who was the officer?
Brian saying,
Brian Sane?
yes,
Right.
sir.
It's
Okay.
two officers, it's Brian, and matter
No,
of
I'm
fact,
talking about, I'm just dealing with the officer on August 11 of 2021.
well, that's the detective who will be the follow-up.
That's the one, that's the body cam that that's in question.
So in other words, we got two body cam footages and one is missing.
Well,
The
there's
Okay, the
nothing
one-
to suggest that that second one exists at all.
Okay, now, hold on now, so you're saying August 11 of 2021, the detective went out there, and the detective is Brian Sane?
Correct. But the
Is that
initial-
him? How you spell his last name?
SAI.
SAIN, first name is
SAIN.
Brian,
Okay, so Brian Sane.
and
Okay.
then you also got Evan.
No. But we only dealing with, you only interested right now. There's a missing video you saying, from Brian Sane of a statement that was,
Made
he
by my
took
client.
from, your client,
Correct.
right?
And what I'm saying, Judge, is that when I put my client on the stand, I'm at a significant disadvantage because when my client was interviewed by the detective saying he was wearing a body cam footage.
Okay.
So then I do not want Mr. Andrew to be able to impeach my client with a statement that he gave to the police officer that was not given to me.
I understand what you're saying.
And at the end of the day, all I'm asking for is if you say Langston Adams, you gotta go to trial today. What I want a ruling from the court is that if my client takes the stand, they cannot use anything that
Well,
my
you know,
client
that's
say.
not the law.
But I'm entitled to it. I'm entitled to my.
No,
client's
I'm
statement.
just saying, for impeachment purposes,
But
they can still use it.
But then it was never produced in discovery, so that's
But,
discovery.
yeah, okay, but let me ask you this here. Is there a video of this statement?
He gotta go get it. It was
No,
never-
I'm asking, does it exist?
Yeah,
It's
it
in the
exists.
report, there's nothing to say that his body worn camera was on. There's nothing to suggest that this recording.
Let me ask,
exists.
okay, so let me ask you, do you have,
There is no recording currently in discovery.
okay, let me ask you this here. The next question. Have you talked to Brian Sane about the existence of this body cam from August 11 of 2021?
I've only discussed with Mr. Saying his ability to be present for court, Your Honor.
And so the answer is no, he hasn't. And what I'm saying. is
Okay,
I'm
well,
entitled
what
to
we
that.
need to do, we need to see if it exists.
Well,
I don't know, I mean, just because sometimes people have their body cams on them, but it may not be on.
well, the
We
thing-
don't know if it was, I mean, I don't know.
Well, Judge, here's what I was gonna ask for, one or two things. One, that video be produced and it be produced before a trial.
I
And
understand.
not have me go to trial.
Okay,
and I
but
have
we
see
need
the
to
video.
find out if it exists to be produced.
Right, and the thing is,
Okay.
and here's another
I'm
thing.
emailing him now, Your Honor.
And then here's another thing. Remember what I also was telling you, and Andrew can speak to this because he got the same video that I have, all right? Remember I told you it's two videos, all right? One video I got was the video of the date of the incident, which is 8/2. The video I'm requesting is the 8/11,
Right.
all right? Well, on the 8/2 video, I watched that video with my client with my own eyes. And I'm quite sure Andrew watched it with his own eyes. The officer in that video is taking notes as he's talking to the complainants.
Okay,
When
let
I
me
went
just,
through
hold
that-
on, stop
when
right
I
there.
went to the discovery,
Hold
I
on,
didn't see
just stop right. Who is the officer?
that's a different
Evan
officer.
Sam.
That's gonna be Evan Sam. And I'm
Evan Sam?
correct. And I'm quite sure when Andrew prepared for this trial, he watched that video and he saw the police officer taking the notes. I know because he watched the video, he had to see it. And what I'm saying is that if you go online to the discovery portal, I printed what they gave me. What I saw that officer taking the witness statement on. Now, Andrew can show it to me. Maybe I overlooked it. Maybe my eyes is bad. But show me the statement where that officer was taking those notes and he did it on the video and you could see it where that was produced in the
Okay,
discovery.
now-
So what I'm saying is since that was not produced,
Let's
I'm
see, hold
at-
on, let's see, first of all, does that exist?
it gotta exist because I saw him taking the
Well,
notes. Unless
I
he
don't
threw it in
know
the
if, I
trash.
don't know if he took the notes and then reduced it to a report,
Well, then
I don't
would
know.
ask in that case, Judge, then you give
I don't know.
spoliation instructions.
Yeah, but I
If you
don't
took
know.
those notes,
I don't
you
know.
put them in the
We
trash,
have
I'm
to
asking
find out.
spoliation.
Well, we need to find out.
Well, he
Now,
have
Mr.
answers to that.
Mr. Hubel,
No, Your Honor, I did not ask the officer in this case about his handwritten notes.
Right, but he saw them. I know Holmes,
Okay,
Judge. Give me a
okay,
second.
we
No,
need to
I'm
see
not
if they
speculating.
exist.
No.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know, I'm not speculating.
But we
I
still don't know.
know they exist because I saw it and
Well,
he saw it.
it was-
So if he threw them away, that's
we don't know yet.
spoliation.
We don't know yet. He needs to talk to the officer.
But what I'm saying is, okay, let's say for the sake
We
of
need,
conversation,
we can get all our answers before trial.
but I wouldn't be ready if that's the case. Because
Okay.
I wouldn't be ready by in
Well,
3
well-
hours, 2 hours.
Okay, well,
I wouldn't be ready
Well,
in 3 hours. There's
all
no
right,
way I'll be
all
ready
right,
in 3 hours.
okay.
But what
Now,
I'm
let
saying
me
is,
do this here. Let me do this here.
so all
No.
my point is that if you put me to trial today, all I'm asking for is the
But I mean-
instruction is they can't use the evidence.
But
That's all I'm asking.
but let's do this here. Now, this is the day of trial. This is the oldest case on the trial docket, right?
Yes, sir.
You were appointed
21.
October, right? No, I'm looking at the wrong one. You was appointed, May 2nd of 2023.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you just bringing this issue up to the court?
Well, I sent
today?
Well, no. hold
I
on.
mean, you had, I don't know how many years, months to prepare for trial. I'm sure you didn't just look at this videotape yesterday.
Right, but I also sent my request for discovery in 2023 and now we're in
Right,
2025.
right, but did you get with
So-
them about,
Any of these
that
issues?
evidence that you saw that was missing?
No, because what I'm saying is just.
I mean, you just bringing it up right
The
now.
what I'm asking, hold on, I'm not saying judge not to go to trial. What I'm saying is, if I'm put to trial, I'm ready to go to trial, let's go to trial.
Okay.
However, if you put me to trial, I'm asking for a ruling, which is don't allow them. to
Okay,
use
first of
what's
all,
been produced.
let's do this here.
So-
The state, we gonna be back at 1:30, but in the meantime, Mr. Hubel can get with those, officers to see if any of that stuff exists. And then we'll take it from there, but right now, we set at 1:30 along with some other cases.
And then here's my other question is that in the, because you use the language if exists. I know it exists because I saw it and he saw it. The question is that if he doesn't produce it, what we both saw,
We'll
then
cross-
did I get a spoliation instruction? I want a
We'll
spoliation.
cross that bridge when we get to it,
Langston.
okay?
Yeah, but I still want this video though. And that's why I asked the best thing.
Okay, you
just-
need to-
no, for re- for
Well, right now,
Because there's
we're
no way we can be ready.
gonna just hold our ruling in the bands, and you're gonna be back at 1:30.
No, I'll be back. That's not.
Okay,
But I'm
We'll-
just asking a question.
We'll go over
Consider
that
two
issue.
things.
Now, I'm not gonna give you a pre-ruling.
No, I'm not asking for one. I'm just asking for two things. The spoliation instruction 1 and 2. If I do go to trial, nothing my client said.
You can bring that up.
Because they didn't give me. the
Okay, you
stuff.
can bring that up at 1:30 this afternoon. Okay,
Hey, I'm on the same page.
okay.
But in short, what I'm saying is that I don't think I'll be ready at 1:30, but I will be.
Well, okay, we'll be back at 1:30. All right.
And then my other two cases, I've got,
Okay, Mr. Gidry, you'll be back, with your attorney at 1:30, okay? You're free to go, and, you'll be back at 1:30.
I got, you're gonna come. No.
Let's see, you have somebody? Okay. Ashley Rawls, is that Ms. Rawls?
No.
Oh, well, I will do her. Who are you?
Sloan, Anadia Sloan,
Anadia,
Anadia Sloan,
what, how you pronounce your middle name?
Jaquay,
Anadia Jaquay Sloan, okay, how you doing, Ms. Sloan?
I'm doing fine, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Sloan, you're represented by your attorney Langston Adams, and Mr. Adams, what's your announcement in Ms. Sloan's case?
trial.
Okay, we're gonna reset it this for trial. This is on the announcement docket, the second case, page 1.
Mhm.
Now, Ms. Sloan, you're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too, thank you.
Okay, Ashley Rawls.
She's here. Come on up, Ms. Ross.
Yes. Okay, who's the?
That's gonna be hate. I'm gonna set her on a trial docket,
Okay,
and then if I can work
but
it out.
I just
with
need to
her-
get a prosecutor. Quick. And then. Oh, there she is.
I told her, I'll put in the meantime, I was gonna put it on trial, and we'll try to work it out in between.
That's fine. We need to confer on this case still, Your Honor.
So. just stay
Okay,
on trial,
let's see.
And I'll try to work it out with her in between.
We're gonna, what's the trial date?
April 20th.
The 28th, and on both of those cases, on both these cases? Okay, then you had Sloan and Rawls, that's the two
Oh,
cases.
okay, I said, no, that's what I
I've
had.
got one with her.
Okay, Ms. Rawls, your case will be reset for trial. April 28th of. April 28th of 2025.
She has a question for her. I was just telling her.
I'm sorry,
What's your question?
what is reset for trial?
What that means is that if we aren't able to work something out between now and then.
We need to work something out.
Okay,
We're gonna try, but that's gonna be depending on the time.
Okay. Well, I
Just
have
have a seat.
okay, let me see those.
Yes, and every weekend, me and my sponsor, we are working on step 5 and the inventory of resentments, and I have all that also
Yeah, what you,
outside.
thank you. I need to give you some more paper.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite. She's been diligent.
And then we're gonna make a copy of these.
That's taken into consideration.
Let me do this here. I'm gonna give her 2 of them because these are verification forms.
Thank you.
What's
sir.
the? Oh,
Okay, and then that's, yeah. So what we're going to do is, we're gonna make copies of these. And, you'll be able to get your originals back. All right. Could y'all make a copy of these? We'll put that in. Your case is reset April 28, 2025. You're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. And once you get your paperwork back, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And keep up the good work. Jeffers, what case is that? Jasmine Taft?
Why? She just looked at me and said, I did not. That's crazy though, whatever that is. 91, 340. So much has happened since then, I forgot.
If you just start putting numbers out. We gonna make it.
This is cause number 24 CCCR 1685, case of style, State of Texas versus Jasmine S. Taft. Ms. Taft, is that your full name?
Yes.
Ms. Taft, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Taft, do you swear firm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Ms. Taft, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Taft? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Taft, you're represented in your case by your attorney Benjamin Jeffries. Attorney Jeffries, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor, thank you.
And Mr. Jeffries, do you waive a record in Ms. Taft's case?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Taft, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Jasmine S. Taft, on or about May 27th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest. Ms. Taft, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes.
To this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Ms. Taft, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials on a line next to the box that says guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Ms. Tapp, I also have before me on paper a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
Ms. Tapp, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
Did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Tapp, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State offer states 1.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Jeffries, you advising counsel. Ms. Tapp, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Tapp, your attorney, Mr. Jeffries, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Taft, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable. You have to check off the box that says straight probation wasn't checked.
Oh, they meant you.
Okay. State. Do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
An agreement for, with the exchange for the plea, the state is offering 90 days probated over 1 year, $300 fine, 40 hours community service, and court costs. And with that, the state will be dismissing the felony. And I do believe that's in the 252nd.
Correct.
Boy, that's, I don't know if we have to put that on here, but.
I do believe the felony cost was this.
I'll put it on.
DCCR 1537. Okay, 30 hours. That's 91. What is the attorney's fees? Were you appointed in this case?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. What's the court cost? Okay. Ms. Tabb, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month. You're now $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. And you'll be required to pay reimburse Jefferson County for the court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $158 a month. Will you be able to pay the $158 each month?
Yes.
You'll also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. You'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. And the state will be dismissing clause number DCCR 1537 as part of this plea bargain agreement. Ms. Tapp, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
You think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Ms. Taft, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the step. Ms. Taft, this will conclude your case. Ms. Taft, you understand in front of the court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
If I may, Your Honor, quick, did you receive a dismissal or any of the clerks receive a dismissal for Rachel Lynn Marquette?
Yeah.
You did. Was that
Marquette.
ever called?
Hmm?
He hasn't got to.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Marquette. No, that's, oh, okay. Marquette.
You can do that and then do this.
Okay, Rachel Lynn Marquette.
That was on
You
the
said
announcement.
Marquette?
I just didn't know if y'all had received it.
Yeah, I see it's right here. Okay, is it Marquette? Okay. Okay, Ms. Marcotte, the state has filed a dismissal in this case. I'm signing the dismissal.
Your Honor, before the signing of the dismissal, I do believe as part of the condition, ADA Andrew Hubel wanted her to promise and swear before the judge that she is in fact not a CDL holder.
Okay, Ms. Marquette. Marcotte, excuse me. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Now, Ms. Marcotte, this is cause number 25 CCCR 0004. In this case,
They open it again. This is a traffic.
yes,
So it's a speeding violation from the chief report.
yeah. Let's see, misdemeanor. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Right, sure. Motion to judgment. Case file. Just very quick. JP7. Have cause heard by the court and is found guilty as neither defendant nor written attorney here. Where is the? Field number 7. New case, Oh, here it is. Which one?
They actually did a news article on him last year. We were going to do for this, talking about his YouTube and TikTok thing. It was all- So he doesn't really show. Yeah.
Maybe this is association. Larry Bailey. Turn when unsafe. Yeah, I see here it was okay, it was they have it at the citation is a unsafe turn,
I believe
Unsafe left
so,
turn.
yes.
An unsafe left turn.
unsafe left turn. Now, he was previously sworn in. Now, what type of license do you possess? Driver's license?
A class C deal, Your Honor.
Class
I mean,
C
a class
driver's
C
license.
driver's
Oh.
license, not
You
an
said
ADL.
something is CDL?
I'm so sorry. A class C.
Okay, you do not have a CDL?
No, would you like to see it?
Okay, what? Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
Okay, when you said,
Sorry.
you saying,
I can pass it.
Okay.
yeah, class C, okay.
Yeah. CDL.
Sorry, yeah, not
No, no,
ADL,
no.
just C.
So if you look at type, it should say,
It says class C,
yes.
yeah. This is Shannon Street. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, and now state,
The state's sending in a dismissal as a result.
okay, I have a copy of the dismissal. This is the 10th. Okay, I just signed a dismissal. You'll be able to get a copy of the dismissal in about 1 minute from our coordinator.
Thank you so much. May we be excused?
Yes, once you get a copy, you're free to go. Y'all have a
Thank
blessed
you,
day.
Your
Thank you for your time.
Safe trip.
Appreciate it.
Who do we have?
I got Ernest Wilson. On an announcement docket.
Oh. Wilson. Okay, this is Bernest Elton Wilson Jr. Cause
sir.
number 23 CCCR 2386. Mr. Wilson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Thank you.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Wilson, you represented your case by your attorney. Attorney Benjamin Jeffers. Mr. Jeffers, what is your announcement in Mr. Wilson's case?
We're gonna be asked to be moved to the trial docket.
Reset it for trial? You say April 28th? This case will be reset to the trial docket. Case is reset to April 28th, 2025. Mr. Wilson, you're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Jeffers, is this your last case?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We got Mr. Boudreaux. No, I'm looking for Eric Savoy. What are we doing? Eric Savoy? Mr. Boudreaux? Mr. Savoy, how are you doing?
I'm sick right now because I haven't took my diabetes medicine on my blood.
Okay, we're gonna try to hurry, we're gonna try to hurry and
I'm
get,
trying to focus right now because my eyes is not sick.
okay, do you need to sit down? You can sit down, just go have a, just have a seat. Do you need, Any, you have any peppermints or anything like that? Okay, okay. All right. Now, Mr. Boudreaux, what is your announcement?
Judge, Mr. The client has, told me that he's got many, health issues. And, the DA's office, was wanting to put him on probation for 90 days over a year.
So you rejected that offer? That's what
Yes.
you're saying? Okay.
And,
So do you still want it on an announcement docket or you want to put it on a trial docket?
Your Honor, I'm not
Pre-trial
sure
conference?
that, I've asked him to bring me all the stuff that he has, and he hasn't done that yet, but I'd asked him for maybe one more
Reset?
time.
Okay,
And then what I plan to do is to present all of this information to the DA's
Okay.
office, and maybe the case might be dismissed.
okay. So let's keep it on the announcement docket. Give us a date. Okay, this case will be reset to April 14th, 2025. Mr. Savoy, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. You can go ahead and leave. Your attorney can get you that reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. If you need any help with your condition, let us know. We have somebody that might be able to escort you to your car. Want to make sure that you're all right.
Okay.
All right,
Bring me the stuff, please.
all right. All right, the case is reset to April 14th, 2025. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. All right. And Mr. Boudreaux, I think you had a lady by the name of Alexis Ford who is in custody. Oh, there's a plea on, okay.
She was,
You still working on it? Okay, just have a seat and we'll call you back up. Ms. Provo. You have Samuel Jones? Yes, I have the plea.
Just to confirm, I heard from Shane, right, 50 days time served?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Court is in session in two cases, cause numbers 25 CCCR 0216 and cause number 25 CCCR 0310. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Samuel L. Jones. Mr. Jones, is that your full name? Mr. Jones, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Jones, do you swear, affirm, and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Jones, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Jones?
Not too fairly good,
You all right?
yeah.
Okay, now, Mr. Jones, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Marva Provo. Attorney Provo, how are you doing? Yes, yeah,
We need to amend it. I was only appointed to, 0310.
it should be on on both of them.
Okay, now on the docket.
Both of them on the docket. Normally, when you appointed on one case, once you get an additional case, they'll put your name is on the docket on both cases. So apparently you were appointed.
Did you do both?
Yeah, I
please?
think-
Okay.
I just want to make.
Yeah,
sure.
it's on, your name is on the docket.
The Shane pointed out I wasn't performing.
Okay. Sometimes it doesn't print on Odyssey's docket.
Yeah, it's on here, okay. So, and cause number, now, Ms. Provo.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
And Ms. Provo, do you waive a record in Mr. Jones' cases?
Yes, we do.
Mr. Jones, in cause number 25 CCCR 0216, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you Samuel L. Jones on or about December 21st of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Jones, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
To this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Mr. Jones, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment, also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Not exactly, but I think.
Okay, hold on, let me show you the second page. Are these your initials on line that's titled NOLA contingent, which means no contest?
Yes.
And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
I also have a document that is titled discovery certification. On paper, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
Mr. Jones, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Jones, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
State offer states 1.
Any
No
objections? No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. And Mr. Jones, you're represented again by your attorney, Ms. Provo. Ms. Provo, is there any evidence that Mr. Jones is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, your attorney, Ms. Provo, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, yes.
Mr. Jones, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 50 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 50 days to tax and retire all court costs, and this will run concurrent with the companion case.
Okay, Mr. Jones, the state is offering that you serve 50 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 50 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you have already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you spent in jail has already paid off the court costs. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Jones, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
You think that the state's offer in this case is fair and just?
Yes, it is.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Jones, this case will also run concurrent with clause number 25 CCCCR 0310. And I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have made with the state in this case. And Mr. Jones, we'll move to your next case, clause number 25 CCCCR 0310. Case is styled in the state of Texas versus Samuel L. Jones. Mr. Jones, in this case, I have before me information. This information alleges that on or about November 14th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Jones, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to this charge, Mr. Jones, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes,
Mr. Jones, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. You recognize this document?
yes, Your Honor.
On page 2 of the same document, there are set of initials on the line next to boxes checking over contingent, which means no contest that you place your initials on this document.
Yes, Your Honor.
And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, yes,
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification, the defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document.
yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled
Yes.
defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. You understand that statement? The second box that checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up the right to an appeal. You understand that statement?
Yes,
I also have a document on paper that is titled discovery certification. You recognize this document?
yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
yes, yes,
Mr. Jones, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
yes, yes,
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
yes,
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
yes, yes.
Stay on for 6-1.
Any objections?
No,
No objections. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Provo will be advised in counsel, Mr. Jones. In this case, is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
no, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, your attorney, Ms. Provo has advised in counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you're mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement in this case?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
State's offering 50 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 50 days, and tax and retire all court cost.
Okay, Mr. Jones, the state is offering that you serve 50 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not be required to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you already served 50 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. This case will run concurrent with the previous case, cause number 25 CCCR 0216. Mr. Jones, do you understand the state's offer in this case?
Yes,
Do you think that's fair and just?
yes,
And do you accept the state's offer?
I do.
Mr. Jones, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Jones, this will conclude your cases. Mr. Jones, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow his direction. Once you finish following his direction, you follow bailiff, and you have a blessed day. And Ms. Provo, are these your only 2 cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Yes. Who's the current? You don't.
Thank you.
Well, let me do this. I can go ahead on these other ones. Just some recess. Sheldon Alexander. Cause numbers 24 CCCR 0676 and cause number 24 CCCR 0679. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Sheldon A. Alexander. Mr. Alexander, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Alexander? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Ms. Alexander. You're representing your cases by your attorney, Reagan Minaldi. Attorney, Ms. Minaldi, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Ms. Minaldi. What's your announcements in Mr. Alexander's case?
Yes, Judge, I'm having a hard time getting my hands on a copy of the media in his case, but I need that in order to negotiate with the state. So I'm gonna have my office check on it, if you wouldn't mind just keeping us on the announcement docket and giving us a reset date.
Okay, give us a reset there. Okay, these cases will be reset to April 21st of 2025. Once you get you're gonna get your resets from our coordinator. Once you get the resets, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman, and you have a blessed day. Please stand in front of the court coordinator.
I have Jayla.
Jayla Charlotte or Shallow,
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Miss Charlotte, you have 2 cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 1298 and cause number 24 CCCR 1294. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Jailer and Charlotte. Ms. Charlotte, how are you doing?
Good.
That's good. Ms. Charlotte, you representing the case by your attorney. Reagan Minardi. Ms. Minardi, what are your announcements in Ms. Charlotte's case?
Judge, if I could get another reset on her, please. She is coming today to watch the videos in her case, so we'll be able
Okay, we're
to.
gonna reset them on the same day. April 21st of 2025. Ms. Charlotte, your cases will be reset. Once you get your reset from our coordinator, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. That's it? Okay, Ms. Minardi, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Mr. Boudreaux, Alexis Ford. Ford. Okay. Jefferson County Court, law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session in 3 cases. Cause number 24 CCCR 2222, cause number 24 CCCR 2223, and cause number 24 CCCR 2474. All 3 cases are styled the state of Texas versus Alexis Demetria Ford. Ms. Ford, is that your full name?
Yes.
Ms. Ford, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Ford, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Ms. Ford, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Ford?
I'm doing okay.
That's good, Mr. Ford. I have before me, in cause number 24 CCCCR 2474, a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Ms. Ford, it alleges that you, Alexis Demetria Ford, on or about September 15th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest, search, transportation. Ms. Ford, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Ms. Ford, I also have before me on my tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials. Well, there's a signature on the line that is titled Nulla Contendere, which means no contest. Place your signature on this document.
Yes.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled
Yes.
Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Ms. Ford, I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
Ms. Ford, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes.
to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Ford, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
State Open States 1.
Any objections?
No, sir.
No objections. States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Boudreaux, you advised and counseled Ms. Ford. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
And Ms. Ford, your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, has advised and counseled. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation.
Yes.
Ms. Ford, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is the agreement?
In exchange for defense plea, the state's offering 177 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 177, and to tax and retire all court costs. And the state has sent in 2 dismissals for companion cases, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Ford, the state is offering that you serve 177 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 177 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. It simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you've served in jail has already paid off the court cost. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. The state will be dismissing cause numbers 24 CCCR 2222 and cause number 24 CCCR 2223 as part of this plea bargaining agreement. Ms. Ford, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Ms. Ford, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Ford, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow his directions. Once you follow his directions, you're free to go and follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Boudreaux, these are your last cases. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Which one was that? Dorsey?
She has another one?
I believe it's gonna be a forfeiture, Your Honor. She was supposed to be here today,
Yes, sir.
but she failed to show. I think he was gonna make an announcement.
Judge, I had her file in another compartment. When I get back to the office, I'm gonna try to find out, but the last time I talked to her, she was in Nevada and she said she was going to be here and we had a plea worked out, so I'll try to find out what's going on and we'll get it done as soon as we can.
State?
Your Honor, I believe last time she had to make an appearance through Zoom and she was supposed to appear here in person. Given the fact that she has not made a in-person appearance in court, we would move forward with bond forfeiture unless she provided something sufficient as to why she couldn't be here today.
Okay, so, let's see, that's on Ms. Doris.
She pled the one, it was 2474.
Okay, Chef case is on the pretrial conference act. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCCR 1924 case of style of state of Texas versus Laria Darcy. Laria Darcy is scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m. Of course, be able to call the name of Laria Darcy at the courthouse door. Laria Darcy did not answer. Laria Darcy has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now on today's date of March 10 of 2025, the time now is 12:12 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Laria Darcy at the courthouse door? Okay, Laria Darcy's name was just called again at the courthouse door. Laria Darcy did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Darcy the opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. In the state, you have a motion.
State moves for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Laria Darcy's bond will be forfeited. Marshal Bishop for arrest in cause number 24 CCCR 1924. And this will, let's see, we have it bound. Did we hear anything on Stephanie Martin? That was Miss Christy Coffin's case. That-
I believe they said it was reset. Is that correct?
It was reset?
But it's being transferred.
Oh, it's been transferred?
Surety.
The Darcy, okay. Yeah,
It's just the AFRS, so.
Bondsman got off for bond.
When that, right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay,
Bond forfeiture is gonna come.
yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Britton.
Okay. Let's see. What about Lope or Oldenburg that was forfeited? Marquette, that was dismissed. What we did on, what did they do on Brandon Courtesy?
He's on a possible trial this afternoon with the felony court.
So he has a, okay,
It's pending.
okay, pending.
Yeah, he's on the.
He's on announcement docket page 7.
He made an appearance.
The second, he's in custody.
He's in custody, he's in felony.
He has a trial today.
Oh.
And let's see, jury trial,
Possibly. They haven't picked him yet.
okay. And on the trial docket, everybody appeared. Okay, for to be in recess to 1:30. Trial.
Still may go, so we don't have to let you know we're at. I'd love to go to trial there.